Good day everyone. In my previous video, I documented the final commercial flight at Baguio Airport, a historic moment in the Philippine aviation that I had the chance to witness firsthand. This video marks the beginning of a new series where I explore commercial airports across the Philippines, their history, layout, and operations through an aviation-focused lens. For this episode, I'll be featuring the airport closest to my heart, my hometown airport, Davao International Airport, also known as Francisco Bangoy International Airport, with the codes from IATA, Delta Victory Oscar, and from ICAO, Romeo Papa Mama Delta. Located in Buhangin District, Davao City, this airport serves as the main gateway to Mindanao. It operates with a single runway measuring 3,000 meters, designated as runway 23, facing the southwest, and runway 05, oriented toward the northeast. The ground movement is supported by a network of taxiways. There are 4 primary access points connecting the runway to 2 apron areas. The older aprons served by taxiways Bravo and Charlie, and the newer apron connected through taxiways Alpha 3 and Alpha 4. These taxiways allow aircraft to enter, exit, and backtrack along the runway, a common operation here due to the absence of a full parallel taxiway. A full-length parallel taxiway is currently under construction, expected to improve efficiency and aircraft movements once completed. The terminal itself features a Malay-inspired architectural design reflecting the cultural identity of the region. It is equipped with 4 jet bridges, 28 check-in counters, 8 boarding gates, and approximately 9 aircraft parking bays. Beyond passenger operations, the airport also includes a dedicated cargo terminal and the air traffic control tower. Davao International Airport traces its origins back to the 1940s when it began as Sasa Airfield, established on land donated by Don Francisco Bangoy. At that time, the airfield featured a 1,200-meter unpaved grass runway along with cone-set huts serving early operations of Philippine Airlines and the Philippine Air Force. In 1958, the airport was formally opened for civil aviation, marking the beginning of its role as a regional gateway. In 1970 and 1975, the runway was extended up to 2,500 meters, allowing it to accommodate larger aircraft. In 1980, a new passenger terminal was completed, designed by Filipino architect Leandro Locsin, introducing a more modern facility for its time. By 1989, Philippine Airlines began operating the Airbus A300 into Davao, a sign of growing demand and capability. International connections soon followed, including flights such as Burak Airways to and from Manado, Malaysia Airlines to Kota Kinabalu, and Silk Air connecting Davao to Singapore. To support increasing international traffic, a new terminal was later constructed. And on December 2, 2003, the current airport site together with a new apron and terminal was officially inaugurated, marking the transition to the modern Davao International Airport we see today. For an airport with a long history, incidents, though rare, have also been a part of its story. One of the most notable occurred on the April 19, 2000, when an Air Philippines Flight 2P541, a Boeing 737-200 aircraft crashed on Samal Island while on approach to Davao. All 131 passengers and crew on board were lost. Beyond its infrastructure and operations, this airport carries a more personal meaning for me. The older terminal in particular holds many childhood memories. I remember coming here with my mother waiting in the arrivals area or in the departure lounge to meet one of her friends, a cabin crew member with Grand Air at that time. Even then, the airport is already felt like a place of movement and anticipation. I still vividly recall the Airbus A300 of Philippine Airlines arriving from Manila and a Cebu Pacific DC-9 departing on the same route. And years later, this was also where I took my first solo flight to Manila at the age of 9. Today, Davao International Airport feel very different from how I remember it as a child. The aprons are now steadily filled with aircraft serving an expanding network of destinations with approximately 13 domestic routes and 4 international connections, operated by multiple airlines. Inside the terminal, check-in counters fill and clear throughout the day while boarding gates grow busier as passengers move through the airport. Outside, aircraft movements continue almost constantly, arriving, departing, and taxiing across the field. As to how operations once went by around 6 in the evening, the final Cebu Pacific flight to Manila, 5J968, would already be preparing for departure. Today, flying through Davao feels familiar, but every departure still carries a sense of where it all began. As aircraft move from the apron towards the runway, they follow a rhythm shaped by the airport's layout, steady, deliberate, and efficient without a full parallel taxiway. Departure often require entering the runway and backtracking before takeoff. As the aircraft lines up, there is a brief moment of stillness before accelerating down the runway and lifting off from Davao. As aircraft climb away from the city, the view gradually fades into the distance, but the journey it represents remains. Through its history, its evolving operations, and the memory it holds, Davao International Airport is more than just a gateway, but a place shaped by movement and defined by the journeys it begins. If this fits your interest, feel free to subscribe. I explore multi-route flights, destinations, and quick layovers.